In the winter of 2018, to escape the cold weather, my friend Max and I took a week off from our jobs to go away to a nice beach resort in Mexico, where the water was crystal blue and the weather was perfect. The resort was extremely affordable for a 7-day all-inclusive package. It had a buffet, 3 pools, was on the beach, an entertainment hall, and tons of group excursions. We were going to be there for a whole week, so we had a lot planned. The first couple days we relaxed around the resort, getting use out of the unlimited drinks package. The surrounding area of the resort was a lot of jungle and scenic-looking roads, so we took a private shuttle on the 3rd day to the nearest car rental place. The shuttle driver warned us not to stray too far from the coast, as there are a lot of unsafe areas. We rented a Ford Fiesta. There weren't exactly any Mustangs or Camaros at this rental place. The car rental place was in a small city about 5 miles up the road from the resort. There was basically this one long road that ran along a bunch of resorts, and next to this road was miles of jungle and occasional small towns. We drove south on the road until we ended up in Tulum. The actual city of Tulum was less appealing than I had imagined, considering a lot of my friends were always talking about wanting to go there. We drove through the Tulum area and then back up north. We found a dirt road into a jungle area and decided to just drive through it and see where it goes. On either side of us was just jungle, probably for miles. We drove down this wide dirt road, enjoying the scenery and little off-roading experience, though Max seemed to think we shouldn't be on a dirt road like this in a rental in fear of dirtying it up, and I agreed. So we did a U-turn and started heading back in the direction of the main road. Eventually, we were stopped by these 3 men walking out from the jungle onto the road. We both simultaneously said, "Oh no," knowing this could be trouble. I brought the car to a halt and lowered the window a little bit as one of the men came up to it and started speaking in Spanish. I said, "No hablo español," and things started to get a little heated. One of the other men came to Max's window and knocked on it. I told him not to lower it. The guy at my window started saying, "Money, money," and I saw the one man still in front of the car making his way to my window as well, and he pulled a knife out of his right pocket. I stepped on the gas and the car jumped forward. The 3 men were yelling and running after us, but obviously they couldn't run faster than a car. Our hearts were in our throats from that encounter. I didn't let up on the gas until we made it off the dirt road. After that, we didn't really want to drive around anymore. We brought the car to the resort parking lot and left it there. We didn't want to return it yet, especially since the rentals there were so cheap anyway. The next day, after talking with some of the workers at the resort, who recommended a beautiful nearby cenote to check out, we drove the car to another similar-looking dirt path very close to the resort. We followed the workers' directions and drove all the way to the end of the dirt road, then parked when we saw a sign for the cenote. We found it without issue, and we were the only ones here. Surprisingly, we didn't see any other cars. We followed the signs down this beautiful scenic pathway. It was a truly peaceful experience that unfortunately had to be ruined when we started feeling like we were being watched. I don't mean we had some sixth sense. I mean we literally heard rustling and footsteps from all around us in the jungle. I told him, "Let's just keep walking." We continued to follow the signs, and out from nowhere, a man came up to us, once again speaking Spanish. I again responded, "No hablo español." He started to attempt to speak in English, and I understood him to be trying to tell us to come with him, that he'd lead us to the cenote. Max and I looked at each other nervously, and we followed the man. He was leading us a different way than we were originally going. It seemed like we weren't following the signs anymore. Max tapped me on the shoulder and then pointed at the man's back pocket. There was the handle of a large knife in his back pocket. I whispered to him to run, and then pushed him to start running, and I followed close behind. The man noticed and started running after us, but thank the Lord he was slow. We were easily outrunning him.